Welcome back to another class on Evean Hazaer Halacha series. We are in Siman Aleph in Halacha Yud in the Pitchi Teshuvah in Otet Zayin. Bezrat Hashem, we will have one more part in the following class, and with that we will conclude this long Pitchi Teshuvah. A small correction: in the previous class, I said in the class itself, I said that was part 10F. That is a mistake. That part 10F is part 10J. On the title, we labeled it 10J. But in the class, I say it's 10F, so please have that correction in mind. Today, we're going to start part 10K. Yesterday, we started speaking about two types of deranged women. One who's completely deranged and one who's partially deranged. And we explained that what does it mean completely deranged? Where she's not able to guard the divorce. Meaning she's not able to guard the divorce papers. So we explained that from the Torah, she's not divorceable. So therefore, if a husband appointed a shaliach to divorce when she's normal, it doesn't mean nothing. That appointing, that giving of the get doesn't mean nothing because from the Torah, she's not divorceable. However, we said what happens if she's able to guard the get, but she's not able to guard herself. So we explained that from the Torah, she's divorceable. A husband can go ahead and divorce her. It's just the rabbi said in such a situation, let the husband not divorce her because since she's able to guard the get, but she's not able to guard herself. And we are afraid that if he's going to divorce her, since she's not able to guard herself, men are going to take advantage of her. However, came the Pitchi Teshuvah and he said, but in such a situation, if the husband went ahead and he appointed a shaliach to give her the get once she's going to be normal, in the partially deranged case, the Pitchi Teshuvah wanted to say, let her at least be divorced and let her get married after. Because from the Torah, she's divorceable. It's just the rabbis put a fence. But then the Pitchi Teshuvah brought in language of the Mishnah Lamelech, where he said that it was not clear, and he wants to say like he has to say, that if she's completely deranged, then the appointing business of the shalich will not help. But if she's partially deranged, then the appointing of the business of appointing the shalich should help. However, he said v'tarach iyun. But really what bothered the Pitchi Teshuvah was when he said in Siman Kuf in 119 in Halacha Vav, over there in Evean Hazaer, the Shulchan Aruch says clearly that even in such a situation where she's only partially deranged, where the Chachamim say she's not allowed to get divorced, the husband shouldn't divorce her because we want to protect her. Nevertheless, the Shulchan Aruch passes over there that b'di'evad, if it happened, she's divorced. If a husband went ahead and he gave her, he went ahead and he divorced her when she's partially deranged, he says over there it helps. B'di'evad it helps. So if b'di'evad it helps you over there, why shouldn't it have helped us over here? So it should have helped us over here. Also, this appointing business. The bottom line is the Pitchi Teshuvah left it as tzarich iyun. It needs to be looked into furthermore. So one more time, Rabbota, let's just get this clear. Why did the Mishnah Lamelech say that even in a partially deranged case, the business of the shalich doesn't help? I could understand if she's completely deranged. Over there, it shouldn't have helped because from the Torah, she's not deranged. From the Torah, she's not divorceable. But in a partially deranged case, why did the Mishnah Lamelech say that appointing shalich doesn't help? So from the Pitchi Teshuvah, he wants to basically tilt more to the side to allow her to get divorced with such an appointing. But he said, v'tarachin, he said it needs to be looked into further. In any event, now we're going to continue from there. The next 7 lines are all sources where you have to go ahead and look. So I'll just read it and then we're going to start today's new case. So he says, V'ayin od benod b'Yehuda tanina. Look furthermore into the second edition. Evean Hazaer Siman Kuf Chavav, u'beteshuvah Chem Shlomo, Evean Hazaer Siman Ayin Vav, ובספר בית מאיר סימן ק"ט סעיף ו', ובספר מרכבת המשנה פרק ו' מהלכות גירושין, ובספר גט מקושר, בסדר גט ראשון עוד י"ג, ובסוף סדר גט שני באורך ובתשוט חתם סופר סימן י"א, וגם בסוף סימן ד' שם. מה שכתבתי לכמה סימן קמ"א, סעיף כ"ט, סעיף קטן כ"ב, ועין עוד בתשוט מנחת עני סימן עין עוד ה' ו' מזה. אוקיי. Rabbi, bottom line is, I just read it through just to get the Pitchi Teshuvah inside, but it's telling you, go search up all these sources to get to get more information onto this case, where the husband, where he went ahead and he appointed a shaliach to divorce his wife, where the Pitchet Yeshua wants to lean towards that she's divorceable because she's only partially deranged. But the Mishnah Melech says it doesn't help. You can't do it because of the rule. That rule is good in a completely deranged case. But that rule basically shouldn't be used in a partially deranged case because Rabotai, midoraita, she is divorceable. Okay. Starting the new piece today. Ve'ain benode b'Yehuda Tanina. Look into the Node b'Yehuda in the second edition. Chelek Yordea, Siman Kuf Mem Zayin, Shekatav v'Zeh Lo Shona. Hine begufe du'uvde. Again, you would have to see over there what the case is. But it says like this: in the case itself, Eineni machnis atzmi lahatir lebaal lisa isha al ishto. I will not involve myself to allow a husband to marry another woman on his woman. Acharei shezo eina mishugat gimura. Since that case over there, so from the way we're understanding it now, because remember, I don't see the Node b'Yehuda Tanina there. But the way we're understanding this case now is like this. There is a husband that is married to a wife. She's partially deranged, but not completely. So comes the Node b'Yehuda and he says, in such a situation, I do not want to involve myself to allow him to take another wife on top of the partially deranged wife. Why? Since she's not completely deranged, she's able to function. He says, she does business dealing, she's able to go ahead and work. But rather what? She's not of complete mental understanding. Okay, listen, in certain things she understands, and other things she's not mentally there. She's partially deranged. And nevertheless, she's fit for having relations with her husband when her friends are going to go ahead and they're going to check her. Right? One of the ways a woman is to be checked is with the moch. Right? They put a cloth and they put inside themselves, so the friends can go ahead and they can check it. Right? She'll do it, or they'll do it, whatever it is. She's not mentally there to know how to do it. They're going to see the cloth, they'll see if it's blood or not, they'll tell her the days of the mikvah and so on and so forth, so she's able to sleep with her husband. So basically the Node b'Yehuda is not finding a reason to allow this guy to get married to another woman. And nevertheless, she's fit to have a relation with her husband through her friends checking. So now he says, if we're going to come and we're going to give her the law, we're going to judge her and give her the law, that she has the law of a deranged woman, in order to undo the Cherem of Rabbeinu Gershom for the husband so he can marry another woman, you go ahead, you went ahead and you placed your words in measurements, etc. Meaning to say that the Cherem of Rabbeinu Gershom was supposed to be one rule, applicable at all times. You want to come now and you want to make an exception to that rule. So basically that's what he's telling you. Natat, it's a language. It's a language in Gemara. Natat devarech l'shurin. You went ahead and you gave your words to parts, meaning sometimes yes, sometimes no. Why would you do that? By doing that, you're weakening the Cherem of Rabbeinu Gershom. When Rabbeinu Gershom said there's a Cherem of not allowing a man to marry two women, keep it that way. Why do you want to make exceptions? Oh, over here, yes, over there, no. So that's what he says. If we're going to come to judge her that she has the law of being a deranged woman, to undo the Cherem of Rabbeinu Gershom for the husband in order for him to be able to marry another woman, you went ahead and now you went and you gave your words that they can be learned at times like this and at times like that, which is a problem that you shouldn't do. Because we want the Chen Rabbeinu Gershom to be good at all times. Ubefrat bedor parutz, because and especially in such a breach generation, how do you know that this guy has the right intention to want to marry a second wife? Everything is fine with her, no? She does business, okay. So she's not mentally capable to do that, or that, or that. But she can have relations with you. She works, she's able to do business transaction. Okay, so she's not fully there in some areas, but she's there in other areas. And plus she's able to be with you. So why divorce her? Now it sounds that you want to basically do adultery, chas v'shalom. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Bedor parus, like parus literally means a breach. When there's a breach in the fence. Like immodest, like why would you want to get another woman? Maybe you just want to go and have more fun. It's that type of language. Since we don't have in our case that is being judged at hand the mitzvah of nullifying purvu because they have children. What? Only the husband, he doesn't want to live a life of pain. Right? Let's say sometimes she loses it over there, so why did you have to put up with her? He doesn't want it. It's just a matter of comfort. We're not required to listen to him up to his words, meaning we're not going to pay attention to him. We're not going to allow him to go ahead and get married to another wife on top of this partially deranged wife. So we see from over here, the Noda B'Yehuda one would say that there was a case that he was dealing over there in Noda B'Yehuda Tanina, where there was a husband that he was married to a woman who was partially deranged. She was able to do business. She was able to have relations with the husband. But what? And other things, she was not mentally stable. So because of that, he wanted to marry another woman. Okay, on top of his original wife. Came to Noda B'Yehuda, he said, no. We're not going to allow you to do it. Number one, he said, she's able to do business and she's able to go ahead and have relations with you after her friends had checked her to make sure that she's pure. And if you're going to go ahead and you want to allow him to go and get married to another woman, then you're making a problem with the Chen Rabbeinu Gershom, because we want it to be applicable in the cases, in all normal cases. And this partially is a normal case. Why do you want to take it out? Because once you're being lenient over here, if you're going to bend the rule of Rabbeinu Gershom now, then you're going to have to start bending in many more places. So that's what came to Noda B'Yehuda, and he said, and especially in our generation, where there's so many breaches, how do you know that his right kavanah is to really get married to another woman because he wants to, live a life with another? Maybe he's doing it for different reasons. Maybe he wants to have a good time. How do you know? And not only that, since we're not also dealing over here of nullifying the mitzvah of purvus because they have children, it's only the husband does not want to live a life of pain. And at times she's like this, at times she's like that. Who wants it? He says, we're not required to pay attention, we're not required to listen to him, and we're not going to allow him to get married to another woman. So Rabotai, with this we will conclude. Let's just read it one more time through to have a better picture. Look into Noda B'Yehuda in the second edition, in the portion of Yordea, in chapter 146, that he wrote, and this is his language. Hine begufe du uvda, here in the case itself, I am not going to involve myself to allow a husband to marry another woman on top of his wife. Since this one, she's not completely deranged, and she does business. But rather what? She's not of complete mental understanding in other things. Nevertheless, she's fit to have a relationship with her husband after her friends had checked her, meaning through her friends checking her. So therefore he continues and he says, now if you want to go ahead and give her the din, the law that she's deranged, to go ahead and undo the Chen Rabbeinu Gershom, to allow him, the husband, to marry a second woman, you gave your words into measurements, etc. ובפרט בדור פרוס כזה, and especially in such a brief generation where we don't know why men want to get married. וכיוון שאין בנידון זה ביטול פורבות, since in our situation, our case that's being judged at hand, we don't have the mitzvah, we don't have the problem of nullifying the mitzvah of having a boy and a girl, because they already had it. רק הבעל אינו רוצה בחיי צער. It's only the husband, he does not want to live a life of pain. אין אנו נזקקים לו עד כאן דבריו. We're not required to pay attention to him, to listen to him. Up to here is his word. So we see from the Noda Yehuda, where you have a woman that is partially deranged and she's able to do business and she's able to have relations with her husband. So she's only partially, it's only a matter of being uncomfortable. If it's only a matter of being uncomfortable, the Noda Yehuda is going to tell you, we're not going to allow him to get married to a second wife on top of his wife. Rabotai, have a great day. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen ve'amen.